Hey folks, we're here talking to Terry Moore. You may remember him from Strangers in Paradise, but he's got this new series out now called Rachel Rising. Sir, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us today.
Thank you.
What's going on with the new book, man?
It's been a wild ride, I got to tell you. Here at San Diego, we've debuted our third trade, and so I've had 18 issues out. I can't believe it's been that many this fast. It seemed like I just started it last year. So I have the third trade out, and the big news for us this year is that Alcon Entertainment, which is a television movie company, they're really determined to make a TV pilot and see if they can get it on air. So we have our fingers crossed for that.
Tell us a little about the storyline. Like, it's quite a departure from Strangers in Paradise, from what I know. So
Yeah.
what brought about the sudden change of mood?
Well, it's a different world. I did Strangers in Paradise, 10, 20 years ago, actually. And it was a more of a romantic book, but it was a more romantic time. So today, it's a tough world out there today, as all the action movies tell us. So I'm writing a story with a little more grit, but it's still me doing it. I mean, it's still strong female characters trying to deal with a wild world, and so I'm trying to add some beauty in the middle of all that. But I'm actually tapping into the old horror movies and the Hitchcock feel. I had a lot of people come up to me with Strangers in Paradise and say, "Oh, you touched my heart." Well, I wanted to try to do a horror comic that actually creeped people out. And to try to creep somebody out with a comic book is a really big challenge.
Because that's psychological drama, man. That's not just something you can draw a pool of blood on the ground and that's the end of it. You want to really get into somebody's head.
Yeah, you got to get into the reader's head. And so it's a real challenge as a writer to try to do that. And it's been a terrific fun. It's really kept me going. And I'm kind of getting the feedback that I've been looking for.
So Hitchcock films in general, pretty much, from back in the day, are what you kind of used as food for thought?
Yeah, in terms of like setting a tone that is just very uncomfortable. I think David Lynch kind of picked that up in terms of like when he established Twin Peaks as this town that gave you the creeps. I tried to do the same with my little town, Manson, in the story, and it just gives you the creeps, and I wanted it to have an emotional effect on the reader. And I've had both men and women come to me after they've read it overnight, and they'll say, "Oh man, that book just really creeps me out, and I can't get it out of my head."
And you don't want to turn off the lights, right?
Right. That's good.
Well, we hope you go all the way with this, man, because good psychological horror is hard to come by these days. I mean, special effects can really make anything look like $1 million, but it really takes a lot of talent to try and get into somebody's head and their heart and make them be afraid to turn off the light.
And you can't just do it with gore, because I think one of the funniest movies ever made is Reanimator. So you can't do it with gore. That's not horror anymore. It's the real horror is what freaks you out inside. So that's where I try.
But we hope you continue as long as you can with this bad boy, because now that the trays are out, I got some reading I got to catch up on, some under the reading lamp time. So keep it real, keep it going, and folks, keep reading comics.